Okay, welcome back everyone. We hope you had a great lunch with some great sandwiches and great parsley. I will come back to that later. We have three interesting panel discussions this afternoon. But before that, before starting discussions, we would like to talk to you about the Laurence Tran Arctic Futures Award, which is a new award that we will hand over on a yearly basis. And Tran is a family, and so they could unfortunately not be present today, but they asked me to address the audience with a short description. So the prize is the Laurence Tran Arctic Futures Award, and Laurence Tran was the oldest daughter of Brigitte and Tran van Tien, a former EU ambassador to the UN and the GATT, what became the WTO. Laurence Tran was passionate about dance, literature, and she was gifted with a fine pen. She was known to be a very generous woman, very involved with everything that was human cause related. Unfortunately, she passed away at age 26, and her parents and her friends, in memory of Laurence Tran, created the Laurence Tran Foundation in '86, back in '86 already. And the foundation, the Laurence Tran Foundation, was awarding on a bi-yearly basis an author, young author, who contributes through her or his writings, to bringing closer cultures, different parts of society, people who fight in defense of freedom, young people from France and Europe. So after 35 years and about 20 prizes they did award, the Tran family has contacted the International Polar Foundation, as the family chose to direct the prize to more current subjects, more urgent for the preservation of our planet, subjects more close to the heart of younger generations, like the environment, the protection of nature, and the climate challenge, where young entrepreneurs, this is important, can make a difference. So following discussion with our teams, following discussion with our foundation, it was decided to co-create this new Laurence Tran Arctic Futures Award. So this yearly award aims at supporting entrepreneurships in the Arctic region through a prize money of €7,500, and also the winner can rely, of course, on our network from the foundation, but also our partners, to grow and strengthen the business. So together with Mats Frederiksen, we set up, and our partners, we set up a criteria, and we were very thorough in selecting the winner that we will announce in just a few seconds. But we had one problem, is that we had one clear winner, but we also had two honorable mentions that I will briefly mention now. So we had about, Mats just told me, we had about 12 different candidates, I think, from different countries. And there's the two honorable mentions that we want to highlight today is, first of all, from Sweden, Lofoten, Norway, sorry, yeah, because I saw Seaweed. Lofoten Seaweed from Norway, which is a small business run by women who grow local seaweed. So I don't think they're here today, right? So this is one thing that you want to look on the web. Fantastic project, and I think I tested some of their products in Iceland recently. The second one, and I think we have the person here, I have not met her yet, but is the people from Siu-Tsiu from Greenland. It's an association. I just want the person to stand up if possible, so that we can at least clap. Oh, there you go. I just met you. Okay. Fantastic. Welcome. Yeah, I just met you, sorry. Working with young people locally, promoting not education, but the employment in Greenland. So we're really very touched by what you do. And so if people want to know more about Siu-Tsiu, please go to the lady over there. Now, but we had a winner. And so it is with great pleasure that we now hand over the very first Laurence Tran Arctic Futures Award to a Swedish company, Containing Greens. And I would like to ask Moa Johansson, the CEO of that startup company, to join us on stage together with Mats Frederiksen, the Executive Director of the Arctic Economic Council. Please. Noah, thank you very much. take a microphone maybe. So, Moa, it is our pleasure, together with, of course, Mats and all the other partners, to hand over the first Laurence Tran Arctic Futures Award, and then we would like you maybe first, very briefly, to explain what it is that Containing Greens produces. There you go. Congratulations, Moa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much for this this award. It feels really good to be here today and present it. I will talk more about it later today. But Containing Greens develops cultivation techniques for the Arctic climate zone. So what we are trying to do is to grow vegetables all year around in a resourceful way, and trying to make the Arctic a better place to live in the future as well.
And so the parsley that was available was your parsley, right? So
Yes, and it was grown in Luleå, in northern Sweden, just 2 days ago. So I brought it here.
So what this amazing company is doing is using heat from data centers. So there's a lot of data centers in the Arctic, having greenhouses in the Arctic region to supply people locally. And I just want to hear how you're touching upon sustainability in your organization and how you're touching on food security. If you could put some words on that.
So sustainability was the foundation we actually started Containing Greens on. We were not having an idea of wanting to do something special. We were actually trying to solve the question on how to solve a problem that northern Sweden was standing in front of in the future. So we're trying to make it something that we're seeing in every lead of the way. So we're trying to work with it in economic, in a climate-wise, and also in a social dimension. So we're trying to meet people in the Arctic to work with us. We're having it in the cultivation. We're growing vegetables locally, and also then using the local industries to work with us.
And local industries, how are you working with energy producers, for example, or like why the Arctic? Why is this relevant for an Arctic context? Maybe you could elaborate on that.
So greenhouses is not easy to actually have operated in wintertime. It's too much energy that goes to heating up them. So we're trying to find a way to use the local heat. There is a lot of waste heat that is not used, not only from data centers, also from other industries. Like we have a lot of new industries coming up in Luleå and Boden, so there will be a lot of energy that will be used, and we will give the heat a second use. So another part of the system, yes.
Perfect. And then just final question, like the timeline for this, because you're still a startup, you're still an entrepreneur. When are you up and operational fully? What's the plans?
Yeah, so the parsley is from our pilot facility, and we have had it for 2 years. In January, we are going from 300 plants to 4,500 plants, so that's a big step for us. But we think that in next year we will start to find a bigger facility to grow even more. We see a lot of potential in giving, especially kale is our specialty, not parsley, but we will start next year.
Perfect. And if you want to hear more about this amazing company, I mean, stay on until the last panel at 5 o'clock today, because Moa will be one of the first speakers on this panel on Arctic innovation. So you will hear from this company and many more companies at 5 o'clock as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.